So here I am talking with Rick at Presonus about this new mixer which is due to be launched in the summer. So Rick, tell us about this new desk.
Great. Well, the Studiolive 16.4.2 is a 16-channel 4-bus mixer. It's based off of the same mic pre-design or Class A X-Max preamps that are found in the Fire Studio line. And the entire console is 32-bit floating point processing. Right. One thing that we strive to do with this board is include really amazing Atd converters. So you have essentially 16 inputs. Atd conversion is at 118 dB dynamic range. And we're using also the same low jitter clock that's found in our Fire Studio family of processors, Jet PLL processing that allows for below 20 picoseconds of jitter. So it's a really robust analog as well as digital design. Essentially what you have here is 16 inputs and FireWire interfaces built into the console, so you can record as well as perform live. You have 16 inputs coming in, you have 18 streams going to the computer at all times, and on each channel you have a FireWire essentially input selector. This takes the stream from the computer and inserts it back in. So you have these across all channels. So if you want to perform live, have a couple of channels coming in from the computer, let's say some virtual instruments, some drum loops, background vocals, whatever you would like, you can do that. One of the things that really makes this console special is, it's based off of this 32-bit floating point processing, Shark DSPs. This blue section right in the middle is called the FAT channel. It includes all of your dynamics processing and EQ. You have a high-pass filter, noise gate, compressor, brick wall limiter, and an EQ 4-band, totally sweepable. And the thing that's really great about this is that you have access to this particular FAT channel on every input, every subgroup, the main outputs, plus all of the aux outputs. So every input and every output has access to this DSP. So it's 28 channels of dynamics processing included.
Very good.
You also have two built-in effects processors, 24-bit. These are in addition to the 6 auxes, so you're not robbing auxiliaries to use the effects processors. You get 6 true auxes and then plus 2 effects processors. The auxes also can be assigned to be pre or post fader. And you can group the auxes in stereo pairs. So if you're using in-ears, let's say a couple of band members are using in-ears, you've got some wedges, combination, you can have, let's say, auxes 1 and 2 can be for an in-ear mix linked in stereo, then you have 4 mono auxes for wedges, that sort of thing. One of the cool things about this mixer when it comes to a live recording aspect is that you are not dependent on the mic pre-gain to be your send to the computer, like on so many other FireWire mixers today. Each channel on the end of the FAT channel, you have a separate digital out, which is a digital trim that sends the signal to the computer, right. So that each channel individually, you can attenuate the signal going to the computer without messing up your front of house, exactly, and compromising gain structure for the front of house mix. The other thing that's really nice about that is that the Studiolive 16.4.2 comes bundled with a new software program that we've been working on called Capture. And this is a live recording software package. It essentially takes all of the 16 inputs plus the stereo digital sends coming from the computer, allows you to capture them straight into the computer. It's very streamlined. It's literally 2 buttons. It's ARM all tracks, record. It separates everything in folders. You can drag them into your favorite DAW for mixing. It allows you to, put in markers in between songs, that kind of a thing. It's really, really nice as just a way to get the signal into the computer. And then Another thing that you can use this software for, which is really great, is after the recording's done, I can hit the FireWire returns on each channel, hit play and capture. Now it's sending all 16 signals back into the computer. Now I have full access to the FAT channel for each of these recorded signals, plus I can add effects and use the actual 1642 Studiolive mixer to mix with.
Fantastic.
Some of the other things that are kind of unique about the mixer, the meter bridge, which is obviously built into the console, can be assigned to give you a look at several different things just within the touch of a button. I can monitor my inputs right here. If I have it in input mode, you're looking at all the inputs. Outputs as well, so post-fader. Gain reduction, which is really nice. So all of a sudden, instead of going up, the meters are now coming down, showing you gain reduction for each channel. And it's great to be able to just look at the console, and if you have one channel that's getting hammered by the compressor or something like that, you can quickly see and find it. When you select a particular channel, of course, it gives you a couple of different indications on where you are. Selected channel, little 2-segment strip right here tells you really quickly, okay, I'm on channel 13. And then all of these values obviously change to reflect the settings for that particular channel. The Studiolive 1642 does give you full recall over all parameters. The meters are not motorized faders. The reason we chose to not go with the motorized faders was to keep the cost under $2,000 US street price. But you do have full recall. The way that works is when I pull up a new scene here, of course, all of my FAT channel settings, my aux sends, all of that are instantly recalled. And then the meter bridge tells you the location of the fader for that particular scene. And if a particular channel on the scene is not equal with the physical location of the fader, this will blink. You just push up the fader, and it blinks faster as you get closer, and then nulls out. Real simple.
Great. Thank you very much.